BRI's loan portfolio grew 5.3% in quarter 1 at 2026, but its number of borrowers fell to 4.1%. How can a bank lend more while serving fewer people? The answer isn't shortage of capital. It is allocation problems, and the resource being misallocated isn't money, but it is time and human resource. So we all call our framework with Mantri Multiplier, BRI systematic engine for inclusive scale of connecting Bridgeport and Link UMKM under one principle, one data, one insight, and one purpose. Hi, my name is Mercy. With my team Lia and Selo, we will walk you through our case. Indonesia MSME base is growing fast, from 50 million units in 2022 to projected 61 million in 2026 by BPS and Kamar Dagang Indonesia. But readiness hasn't kept up because 64% of the MSME still need financial assistance by the consumer survey. So BRI runs the country's largest MSME network, over 31,000 Mantri across 69,000 villages. Yet borrowers fell to 4%, while the loan book grew to 5.3%. BRI is quite retreating to safer customer. Three walls explain why. First, fixed monetary capacity, and second, incentive that the reward quality over outreach, and the third is disconnected tools between Bridgeport and Link UMKM. So the problem isn't just a lack of research. As we said before, it is the absence of rule to allocate them. So our question now is, how should BRI allocate the scarce monetary attention across the supply, demand, and social value without eroding the financial inclusion? We broke this down into 4 clusters. First, monthly workload. By the ratio 1 monthly to 100 monthly to customer ratio, KPIs that ignore the outreach and no rules of specialization. And the second is market access. Link UMKM reaches under half of BRI's borrowers, while the Brilliant Planner has reached only 100 or 1,000 MSMEs out of nearly 53 million nationwide. Next, MSME capability gap. The most of borrowers have only basic literacy, and mentoring can scale to millions with few mentors. And next is governance and incentive gaps. Commercial incentive conflict with the social mandate, and the social value itself has no clear metric. So our root clusters for solutions: site-based allocation, KPI reform, and digital integration, and also university partnership.
Our PESEL analysis saw a favorable external environment, strong government backing through Astacita, a 65 million strong MSMEs base contributing 62% of GDPs, and growing digital and regulatory support for microfinance. Our support confirmed this. BRI's hybrid model and Mantri network are clear strength. Though Mantri times remain scarce, the opportunities lies in national naik-class priorities, while the key threat is inconsistent social value measurement.
We stress test this direction with those analysis to confirm we weren't adding a new programs to an already overload system. So BRI has owns their assets need, and a stage-based the framework at the table one that have been served at the bookcase, the Bridgeport execution platform, and the graduation database from 1 to million debtors, and then they proving the scaling ability through Senyum Mobile. So the finding is not making a new program, and we have to make a new systematic rule. So every solution we propose is a low regret built on what BRI already has.
Before diving into solutions, we map our key stakeholders by power and interest. Government and BRI shareholders sit and manage closely since they drive policy and long-term strategies. MSMEs across states F to A+ requires constant update, placing them in keep informed. Mantri, our internal execution layer, need information and tools, placing them in keep satisfied. Urban buyers remains in monitor. This framework ensures every stakeholders receive the right level of attention as we design our solutions.
Social value analysis. Between breadth, depth, and resilience, which should BRI prioritize? So depth transformation is scored the highest based on our analysis because financial literacy only works when paired with sustainable mentoring, and BRI's own ecosystem proven this, with Pen and Macar proven, and customers saw that their income rise and per month, and also their business capability improved by 28% by Indexstat, and 2.35 million customers have graduated to higher tier service, adding 7 trillion to 1,000 household consumption. So that transformation have been proven to deliver the highest social value because the capable of MSMEs build sustainable business, stronger communities, and healthier portfolio for BRI.
Let's start with our solution. Solution 1, segmented resource allocation framework. Menteri decide who to visit on in-seat, leading to uneven support and low graduation rate. Our FIC use BRI on table 1 allocate automatically. Stage F until D get breadth support to become bankable. Stage C and above get TAP support to grow. We support roads its borrowers. This only work if incentive meets. Solution 2, Menteri KPI reform. Menteri are judged on portfolio quality alone. That's why borrowers shrink while the loan book grows. We add 3 metrics. Number 1, graduation rate. Borrowers moving up a stage. Number 2, breadth floor. Minimum new borrowers visit. And number 3, verified retention. Upgrade count only after 6 months. BRI already track graduates through Senyum Mobile. Breadth graduation approach hits 95% success with the same login. But Menteri can track this manually. Number 3, solution digital integration. Link UMKM already score MSME readiness, but is stay locked inside the app. Menteri still access manually. RV connect that score into Brisport with Menteri already use daily, no new app, no guesswork. Way not full automatically. Customer trust local again more than apps. AI support Menteri decide. Senyum Mobile already prove BRI can connect system at scale. This week how Menteri use time, this is still problem. Solution 4, university partnership. Menteri can reach every village, so we partner with university already running Desa Binaan, required by law, so it's permanent and funded. BTPN Syariah provide this model work. University screen and refer MSME. Menteri still make the final credit card. University create research, Menteri create trust. BRI doesn't need more research, it needs one rule for allocating what it already has. Menteri time, blanket by the right incentive, technology, and partners.
Every solution carries risk, so we prioritize them using a severity occurrence matrix. Our top concern is resistance to automated resource allocation, mitigated through phased regional rollout and periodic field verification. Next, Menteri may resist KPI reform, so will involve their representative directly in the design process. For digital integration, we'll pilot in 1 to 2 regions first, with a manual fallback if API sync fails. Finally, for university partnership, referral quotas prevent Menteri for being overwhelmed. Our solution rests of 4 pillars: segmented resource allocation, Menteri KPI reform, digital integration, and university partnership. Roll out in the pace through 2026 and 2027. We begin with KPI design and stage-based allocation piloting, followed by link UMKM integration and national deployment, and finally university MOU and referral programs. This phase approach minimize disruption while building towards a project NPV of 39.2 billion rupiah, a 57.1% IRR, and a 1.86 benefit cost ratio, transforming MSMEs today while creating sustainability impact for tomorrow. Our feasibility study covered 3 cost components. Initial investment range from 15 to 26 billion rupiah, covering API integration, dashboard development, and training for 31,000 monthly. Annual operation cost at 5 to 8 billion rupiah for system maintenance and a small support team. Translating this assumption into a 5-year cash flow, we tested 3 scenarios. Even in the pessimistic case, NPV stay positive at 11.2 billion rupiah with an IRR of 22.6%.